The ability for foreign workers to find employment in the United States has increased exponentially in recent years. This has been made possible due to the availability of visa sponsorship for foreign workers, which is a process that allows them to work legally in the United States. This video will show you how to apply for factory worker jobs in USA with visa sponsorship for foreign workers. Overview of the visa sponsorship process in the USA for foreign workers. The visa sponsorship process for foreign workers is a complex process that can be broken down into four main steps. The first step is for the prospective employee to apply for a visa, which can be done through their local U.S. embassy or consulate. Once the visa is approved, the second step is for the employer to file the necessary paperwork with the U.S. Department of Labor to secure the foreign worker's visa sponsorship. This will involve the employer providing proof of job availability and wage amounts, as well as other information related to the job. The third step is for the foreign worker to have their visa approved by the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, USCIS. This is done by the employer submitting the I-129 form, which is the petition for a non-immigrant worker. The fourth and final step is for the foreign worker to obtain their work permit from the USCIS. The visa sponsorship process for foreign workers is an important step for companies looking to hire foreign workers. It is also a critical step for those looking to work legally in the United States, as it allows them to work legally and safely in the country. For those looking for factory worker jobs in the United States with visa sponsorship for foreign workers, the process outlined above is the best way to ensure their legal status. Types of factory worker jobs available in the USA. There are many types of factory worker jobs available. From highly skilled jobs in advanced manufacturing to entry-level positions in traditional production facilities, you can find a job that fits your skills and experience. Here is a list of some of the most common types of factory worker jobs available in the U.S. for foreigners. Assembly line worker. As an assembly line worker, you will be responsible for completing repetitive tasks to assemble products. You will need to be able to pay close attention to detail and be comfortable working with machinery. Machine operator. As a machine operator, you will be responsible for operating and monitoring the machines that are used to create products. You will need to be familiar with the machines and be able to troubleshoot any issues that arise. Quality control inspector. As a quality control inspector, you will be responsible for ensuring that the products meet certain standards before they are shipped out. You will inspect products for defects and document any irregularities. Warehouse worker. As a warehouse worker, you will be responsible for moving and organizing products in the warehouse. You will need to be able to lift heavy objects and be comfortable working in a warehouse setting. Maintenance worker. As a maintenance worker, you will be responsible for keeping the factory in good working order. You will need to be familiar with the machines and be able to troubleshoot any issues that arise. Forklift driver. As a forklift driver, you will be responsible for loading and unloading products from the warehouse. You will need to be comfortable operating a forklift and have good safety practices. Typical duties of factory workers. Factory workers play an important role in the manufacturing industry of the United States. They are responsible for operating and maintaining machinery, assembling products, and packaging items for shipment. Factory workers also play a role in product quality control and safety. Typical duties of factory workers in the United States include operating and maintaining machinery. If factory workers are responsible for operating and maintaining various machines, such as presses and conveyor belts. They must also be able to troubleshoot and repair machinery when necessary. Assembling products. Factory workers must be able to read and understand blueprints and diagrams to assemble components into finished products. Packaging items for shipment. Factory workers are responsible for packaging items for shipment, ensuring that they are properly labeled and securely packaged. Product quality control. Factory workers must inspect products for quality and accuracy, making sure that all components meet the standards set by the manufacturer. Safety. Factory workers must follow safety protocols at all times and be aware of potential hazards in the workplace. Average salaries for factory workers in the USA. As an international job seeker looking to work in the USA, it is important to understand the average salary for factory workers' jobs that are available. Depending on the type of job and industry, salaries for factory workers in the U.S. can range from $20,000 to $60,000 per year. Factory workers in the manufacturing industry typically earn the highest salaries. This includes workers in automotive, steel, and electronics production. These jobs typically involve working with machinery and require extensive knowledge of the industry. These workers can earn an average of $50,000 or more per year. Jobs in the food processing industry are also available for factory workers and often pay less than those in the manufacturing industry. These jobs involve packaging and shipping food products and may require only basic knowledge of the industry. The average salary for these types of jobs is usually around $30,000 per year. Factory workers who are involved in the textile industry are also in demand. These jobs involve weaving and processing fabric and yarn and may require some knowledge of the industry. These workers can earn an average salary of $35,000 per year. Finally, factory workers who are involved in the paper, plastics, and rubber industries can also find jobs in the USA. These jobs involve creating and processing paper, plastic, and rubber products, and require some knowledge of the industry. The average salary for these types of jobs is usually around $40,000 per year. No matter what type of job you are looking for, factory workers in the USA can find a variety of jobs with competitive wages. With the right qualifications and experience, you can find a factory worker job in the USA that pays well and offers a promising career path. Applying for a visa sponsorship. For international workers, applying for a visa sponsorship job in the United States is an exciting prospect. It is the first step towards working and residing in the United States, and it can be a difficult process. Securing a job with visa sponsorship is essential for entering and remaining in the United States, and it is critical to understand how to apply properly and what to expect. We will go over the steps for applying for a visa sponsorship job in the United States, as well as provide advice on how to increase your chances of obtaining a successful visa sponsorship. Eligibility requirements for visa sponsorships. If you're looking for a job in the USA that offers visa sponsorship for foreign workers, there are several eligibility requirements you must meet. To be eligible for a visa sponsorship job in the USA, you must meet the following criteria. You must be a foreign national who is legally authorized to work in the USA. This typically requires a valid work visa such as an H-1B, L-1, or TN visa. You must have a minimum of 2 years of relevant experience in the field for which you are applying. You must have the necessary skills, qualifications, and other requirements to perform the job. You must have a valid passport and all necessary documents to enter the USA. You must be able to demonstrate that you can support yourself financially while working in the USA. You must be willing to commit to a minimum length of stay in the USA. You must pass a background check and any other necessary security checks. You must be able to prove that you are not a risk to national security. The application process for visa sponsorships. Securing a visa sponsorship for foreign workers in the United States can be a complicated process, but with the right knowledge and understanding, you can make the process smooth and successful. Here are some of the steps you should take when applying for visa sponsorship in the U.S. Research jobs. Before starting the visa sponsorship application process, it's important to research the job market and available jobs that fit your skills and experience. It's also important to understand the requirements for visa sponsorship and the different types of visa sponsorships that are available. Prepare documentation. Make sure you have all the documents required for visa sponsorship ready and on hand. This includes your resume, references, proof of education, and other documents that may be necessary. Find a sponsor. Once you've found a suitable job, the next step is to find a sponsor who can offer visa sponsorship. This can be a company, organization, or individual. Make sure you thoroughly research the sponsor's background and read all the documents associated with the sponsorship. Submit application. Once you've found a sponsor, the next step is to submit your application. You'll need to provide all the necessary documents and information to the sponsor in order to be considered.